Is this the perfect air purifier for your bedroom? Let's have a look. Dave Taylor here, and I'm in one of the rooms in your house that generates the most smells and impurities in the air. It's your kitchen. You cook, things get in the air. So you need some way to clean your air and filter it, right? Now, there's also pollen and dander and fur and hair and dust and mold and bacteria. There's all sorts of stuff floating in our air. And the cleaner your air, the better you feel, the healthier you are. So enter this. This is the Miko Ibuki air purifier. And it's actually a pretty nice unit. As you can see, it's a fairly substantial size. Not too heavy. It's about 7.5 pounds, so that's not bad. But it actually works really well, and they've got some really cool little features. But first, let's start by letting me just showing you how you get to the filter so you can see, right? So I just turn that, open it up, and here is the air filter. Now, this is a 3-stage filter, and you can see that the outside is a different material than the inside is. Super easy to work with. It goes in either orientation. You drop it in. You make sure you have this lined up properly. Let's see, there's not always the easiest thing. Let's see, did I get that right? Yep, that looks right. So that's all there is to it. And then there's no remote control to lose or anything. Super easy. It's a touch panel on the front. And push the button and it starts right up and we have some air coming out. Now, I realize it's really hard for you to tell how much air is moving. So I have built this custom air circulation indicator, right? So now I'm going to hold this while I go at different speeds. So there's a little indicator in the front, and this is the lowest of the 3 fan speeds. Let's move it up 1. And so now you can see there's a little more air activity going on there. You see that? So maybe even doing it sideways would work better. And then let's do it at the top speed. And there's a pretty decent amount of air moving out of this thing, right? So you can see here with this patented airflow indicator that this is moving a lot of air. At its highest speed, let's put this down now. At its higher speed, the Miko air purifier actually pushes out 150 cubic meters of air an hour. And they say it's ideal for like a 400 square foot space. So that's a small apartment. Well, it's a really pretty small apartment, but it's certainly great for a bedroom or a little studio apartment. This is going to do a great job. And honestly, it's your bedroom where you really want to have your air be the cleanest, because that's where it's going to have the most impact on your health while you're sleeping. If you're waking up and you're congested, you wake up, you have to blow your nose or something, that's because you have dirty air. There's a lot of stuff going on that your immune system's having to fight. Something like this will do a great job of having you sleep better and deeper and wake up more rested, all from an air purifier. How cool is that, right? So, also has a timer. So there are 3 settings. There's 4 hours, there's 8 hours, and then there's just on continuous. So why would you do 4 hours? Not exactly sure when the situation would arise, but 8 hours is perfect. As you're going to sleep, maybe you turn it on, but honestly, I would just keep it running all the time, maybe on a lower setting than this. You know, you can have it on the lowest setting and it's still pulling air through, it's still cleaning the air, and then maybe turn it up when you go to bed, turn it back down when you wake up, and it just keeps that room nice and clean. So that works really well. One of the other really cool things is it also works with aromatherapy. So on the top, there's this little disc that comes out, and then you could use something like lavender or eucalyptus, and you just put 1 drop on this little pad here. Here's a close-up so you can see. You just put a drop on there, and then as the air comes out, it actually gets that aroma. Very nice. So eucalyptus is a really great oil for waking up and feeling invigorated and alert. And when you're ready to chill and relax and go to sleep, lavender is a wonderful smell. I'm not opening either bottle because I will just like totally detach and float away. which is not going to make very exciting video. I know, it's okay. So there's that, and I really like it. I mean, you know, I don't know how often I'd use the aromatherapy part, but the fact that I can do that, super handy. Now, it turns out I'm actually giving this unit to my daughter, who lives in a little one-bedroom apartment with her boyfriend, and she is very excited about this, especially the aromatherapy part. We won't go into any further details of college young men and their personal hygiene. Just kidding, just kidding. Oh my gosh. But suffice to say, this is going to be a real game changer for them, because they also have a cat in their little tiny apartment. So this is going to really help them keep the air clean, and that's going to make them both feel better. Maybe make the cat feel better too. Who knows? Probably not. Cat probably doesn't care. So, like I said, touch panel in the front, super easy to work with. When you're ready to turn it off, just push and hold. And there you go. It's turned off. Nice and easy. Turn it back on with a tap. It remembers what setting you had. Super handy. And if you're looking at the numbers, the specs, there are specs and numbers and such that are standardized for air filters. This has a CADR of 150 cubic meters an hour, like I said, and CADR is the clean air delivery rate. That's good to know, right? And the CADR is measured in CFM, and that's cubic feet per hour, something like that, whatever it is. So, suffice to say, that's the deal with this, right? Now, the only thing left to talk about is the price. Oh, but before we get there, I want to say, this is the first air filter I've ever seen that includes a carrying bag. How cool is that? So you could even ostensibly take this with you when you go to a hotel or to grandma's house, because you know it always smells weird at grandma's house. Put this in your bedroom, tell her that it's all about your allergies, and you got a nice clean room to sleep in. Good thinking. So this is the Miko Ibuki air purifier. But before we get to the price, I want to ask if you can give me a thumbs up if you appreciate this video review, and leave me a comment and subscribe. So in the comments, tell me what you wish I would have shown, because this is like an innovation that I came up with because people were saying, how do I know that there's any airflow? And someone was saying, you should just throw confetti at it. And I'm like, and then you can come back to my house and clean up afterwards. So this is a good compromise, but tell me, what kind of stuff would you want to know about a product like this? Really helpful for me. Okay, so all that's left is indeed the price. This is the Miko Ibuki air purifier, and it's $69.99 at Amazon.com. And obviously you'll have to pick up new air filters occasionally. You can get them from the Miko website. You can find that yourself. I'm a big fan. This is a really nice, simple, elegant design. It's clean, it's nice looking, and the addition of this little aromatherapy support is a win. So I say you should check it out, and this will change your sleep and change your life. How about that? Awesome. And then that means all I have left to say is that I hope to see you in my next video.